She got her own house. She got her own house. She got her own house.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I re-attended the Naca purchase workshop and I have some new updates that I wanted to share with you guys. So let's talk about it. So I'd reached out to the lady that had originally invited me to the purchase workshop, and I sent her an email just stating, hey, I was qualified back in April. There have been so many changes that started May 3rd. I really want to re-attend the purchase workshop so that I can get the latest updates on the Naca program. Do you think that I'll be able to re-attend? Immediately she responded and sent me the go-to meeting for that week's Thursday purchase workshop. So I attended and I did get a few updates that I would like to share with you guys. So let's talk about it. Update number 1. So the MC that did the purchase workshop did confirm that they have requested or submitted a request to have Austin, Texas added as a high cost area. And as you know, like everywhere else in the country has a maximum loan limit of $484,000, and you can't buy a house over that even if you do a principal reduction over the 484 for a single family home, unless you're considered to be living in a high cost area like New York, LA, places like that. But now they are requesting, or they have submitted a request to have Austin, Texas considered a high cost area. And he says that they haven't heard back on that yet. So more to come, especially for you people in Austin that maybe have been having trouble finding a house. Maybe you can wait it out a couple more months. Hopefully some good news to come with increased loan limits, okay? Update number 2. So I made a video a couple weeks ago regarding the buy down, and it hasn't completely changed yet on the Bank of America side of things from the 0.25% down to the 0.16. And I told you guys that there was a date floating around out there, but that particular Naca employee that I had spoken to at that time had said that they didn't want to give that date because it was just basically up to Bank of America. If they decided to change it tomorrow, they could. But when I was on the purchase workshop on Thursday, the counselor did say it, and it was pretty matter-of-factly. And not only did he say it once, he actually said it about 3 times, that you have until June 20th to get under contract to take advantage of the 0.25% buy down. On June 21st, it will shift down to the 0.167 on the Bank of America side of things. So he said it multiple times that you have about 3 weeks left to get under contract and lock in the buy down rate in your interest rate. Update number 3. So on the purchase workshop, they did also discuss that they anticipate that the FFIEC geocode map should be getting updated here in the next month or so with the 2021 income levels. So that's extremely problematic for people like me that are non-priority, that are looking to purchase in 99% areas. Like, I'm super nervous and praying that I can go ahead and get under contract before the geocode map updates, because I'm afraid that once it updates that I will no longer be able to purchase in that area and I will be completely back at square one. So just be sure to keep an eye out on the FFIEC website when you're plugging in addresses between June and July. They expect the information to be updated to reflect the 2021 numbers. I know this is like a horrible thing to say, but maybe because of COVID and the way that it affected the economy last year, maybe there won't be much of a shift, or if any, for the 2021 numbers. But fingers crossed. Update number 4. So they did specifically mention the crazy market right now with trying to buy a home. And they said that due to the unusual nature of things right now, where pretty much everyone is waiving appraisals in order to get the houses that they want, that the Naca hand department is, and he very specifically said, on a case-by-case basis, evaluating, funding loans for people who want to waive the appraisals and take the house as is and just get a rehab budget and do the repairs yourself. But again, he definitely stressed that it was on a case-by-case basis. But that is good news for NACA members looking to get pre-existing homes, and you're now able to compete now a little bit more, given that NACA has loosened some of the restrictions on requiring certain repairs to be made. Update number 5. So I finally got clarity on what could make you buy down 6 points versus the 5 points. I never was able to get a clear answer on that up until I reattended the purchase workshop. So basically, the more expensive of the home you buy, the more you can buy down. I reached out to my MC after I got off the purchase workshop just for additional clarity, because when I asked the question out loud on the purchase workshop, I didn't specify that I was a non-priority member. So I wanted to have accurate information. And so I reached out to my MC. He reiterated what the guy said on the purchase workshop, was that the more expensive the house you get, the more you can buy down. I said, okay, well, what about if I'm a non-priority member and say I wanted to buy a $350,000 house? Could I buy down 6 points? And he said, no, a $350,000 house would be eligible for a 5.5 point buy down rate, not the 6. So I'm assuming, again, I'm just assuming, I did not ask him this, but I'm assuming that if you were to buy down, like a $400-something-thousand house, then that's what would trigger the 6 points instead of 5 or 5.5. But don't quote me. But that's good to know. So now if you are looking to buy a bit more of an expensive home, you do have that option to buy down a little bit more. That is going to be still in effect going forward, even after the May 3rd changes. But just keep in mind that 5.5 points after June 21st will only get you 1% instead of 1.5%, the way that it stands right now. So if there's any way possible that you can get under contract within the next few weeks, please go ahead and do that. A little bonus update for you guys is that it takes around 3 weeks to get a new inspector registered under the NACA program. I know that there are some places that don't have any NACA certified inspectors, but you can use any inspector that you want. They just need to register with NACA. It takes about 3 weeks. I don't know if that is the actual amount of time that it takes or if that's just what NACA says. So if that is just what NACA says, formally it takes 3 weeks, I would anticipate maybe to add a little bit of more time onto that. Just given NACA's reputation of not being the most efficient. So just keep that in mind in case you are wanting to use your own inspector and not choose from the list of NACA certified inspectors already provided to you. And also, if you are doing a new build, you don't need a termite inspection. You would just need to get a certificate from the builder stating that the house has been treated for termites. All right, guys, so please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe and drop down in the comments and let's talk about this video. I try my best to constantly keep you guys updated with the latest and greatest on all things NACA. So if you guys care about anything that I'm talking about, let me know by going ahead and subscribing to my channel. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. It takes a village. Cheers.